all of our special guests. I see a number of senators and delegates. I thought I could name you all, and more of you have walked in. So I don't want to miss anyone, but thank you all for being here. Also see a number of local officials. This is really important to our overall tourism strategy and what we do. Our welcome centers, we have 8 of them that the tourism office staffs, and those welcome centers see over 4 million people a year. Last year, our visitation was up 36%. And in this area specifically, this is one of our larger welcome centers. It does really well. I know I saw Mark Lewis, who is the Greater Parkersburg CVB director here somewhere. And Mark's numbers are looking great. There he is. Just last year, this area, traveler spending was up 14%. State and local taxes, as a result of tourism in the area, was up 13.2%. So this is an area we're really proud of and that we're continuing to see grow. So when we got the budget increase last year, we wanted to do some things that were outside of the box. We know that the majority of those people who are coming to these welcome centers, quite honestly, they're here for a bathroom break. But what we want to do is take that bathroom break experience and turn it into something greater. Turn it into an experience where they can learn about West Virginia, an experience where they can learn about the things that they can see and do in the state. And so that's what we've done today. So if you look around, if you haven't been here before, I'll tell you this is a huge change. Those of you who have been here before know the many things we've done. But I want to quickly thank the folks who've made this possible. First of all, the team from Highways, the back, was made by Bear Woods in Charleston. It was handmade out of West Virginia wood. Check it out on your way out. It's a really magnificent piece. These chairs that were in this room before everybody came in, they are made by a local artisan, Eddie Austin. He's from Lincoln County. Incredible work. We're so excited to showcase his work here. And then the mural on the wall was done by a local artist, Lenny Hoover. So we've been able to take elements of the history and heritage of this area. Check out the room on the right on your way out. And also done a lot with telling the story about West Virginia tourism and all the things you can see and do. So this event is not actually about tourism. It's about highways, but I snuck up here to give you a little bit. But the last and the most important thing I want to do is thank our governor. He has unwavering support for tourism at each and every step of the way, has helped us. Over the last 2 years, traveler spending in West Virginia has grown 9.9%. We are extremely appreciative of all of his work, and this is just another example of the thing that we've done with his support. So without further ado, please join me in welcoming the governor of the great state of West Virginia, Governor Jim Justice.
Good afternoon, folks. I'm Bert White, Secretary of Transportation, and I'm just here on this beautiful day to talk about this new roundabout we're building, and to tell you that Wood County alone has almost $27 million worth of work going on right now in your county. And I'm going to tell you, it would not have been possible without the roads of prosperity, and not have been possible without Governor Justice. And on the way up here, I was talking to the people I had in the car with me and talking about where would we be if he hadn't been elected? I want y'all to think about that. But the work going on in Wood County is going to keep going on. We've got lots more to do. This is just a start. This is a piece of it. I'm going to let my partner, Jimmy Riston, come up here and talk for a minute and tell you about a little more details about what's going on. Please welcome Jimmy Riston, the Deputy Secretary of Transportation.
Well, thank you, Bert. Well, once again, here we are again. We're going to celebrate a project that languished and languished and languished, but thanks to the Roads to Prosperity program and the governor's great vision, we're moving a project that has been sitting on the shelf. Our consultant is here, Burgess and Neipel. Rodney Holbrook, where are you? Raise your hand there. Worked on it 7 years. 7 years to get to the point to where we can construct this project. It's a beautiful project. It's going to be a centerpiece for folks coming into the state. They're going to come in here on this wonderful roundabout. No congestion, no stoplights, no, just enter this beautiful facility here. Chelsea is one of our great partners here. We team up and do a lot of things up here together. It's just amazing. Our contractor will be building this project, Kelly Paving. They'll get started here very soon. They're going to hear what I tell all of our contractors at events like this. The completion date is October next year. That means that's a completion date, right, guys? So I would like to be serious for just 1 second, though, and I'd like to point you to something that's very near and dear to those of us in highways, and that's the Worker Memorial here behind us. That's a testament to the workers that work for the highway department over the years that we've lost while they've been out there. And just a very stark reminder to be safe in the work zones and to always pay attention when you're driving through those work zones and remember that there's folks out there making a living. Thank you.
For all you that don't know me, I'm Jean Ford, the lucky mayor of Williamstown. So today I am so excited. Some people said, how can you be excited after 6 years? You've told all these people in Williamstown you're going to have a welcome center. I said, well, we are. Christmas came early today in Williamstown. So we are most grateful. And I know I haven't been real patient, and I probably need to apologize today to about 4 people that are here that I have really bothered a lot. And one of them's Rusty Roten, one of them's Tom Badgett, one of them's Rodney Holbert, and the other one is my good friend Marvin Murphy, who I got to see every once in a while, and I would say, Marvin, when you go to Charleston, would you please check on that roundabout? I know I drove him crazy, but anyway, it's here, and we are so thankful. It will make such a difference in our traffic problem. For you people that don't know, we had an accident practically every week. There are 7 entrances to 14, and I thought, I was real smart. I'd just talk to Rusty and tell him we need a stoplight and a left turn lane going into Williamstown. Well, I don't know anything, as you well know, about road construction. So the engineers came up and they said, well, Gene, that's not going to work. So that was great. And so then a few months later, here came Tom Badgett, Rusty Roten into my office, and they said, come out here, we want to talk to you about a roundabout. And I said, what? And they said, we want to talk to you about a roundabout. And I said, well, what is that? And they said, well, I know, when you travel, you go, when you're not driving, you don't pay attention. I found out later I'd been in a lot of roundabouts, but nevertheless, they were so kind. They put me in their car, took me to Athens, Ohio, and drove me around in a roundabout. So then when I came back, I understood exactly why we needed a roundabout. And we're very fortunate. Folks, I want you to know, in Williamstown, West Virginia, we're so small, and we have a new elementary school being built, a new middle school being built, and this will just help the traffic congestion so much. And so we're just thrilled. I can't thank everybody enough for what all they've done. We have a wonderful highway department. Please believe that. I know people criticize them all the time because the roads don't get this and the roads don't get that, but there are only so many of them. There's only so much money, and they do the best job they can. But then, the best thing of all, there was this giant of a man that moved into Charleston, West Virginia. not only did he do something about roads, he cared about roads and his roads to prosperity. And this little old Williamstown was on his mind. And he cares about people. He loves West Virginia. And folks, it's such an honor for me today to bring you this wonderful governor of the state of West Virginia, Jim Justice.
Well, you know, how blessed we would be all throughout our state, everywhere, if we, I'm sure we've got wonderful mayors in lots and lots of different places. Lots of them I met. But this beautiful lady is an incredible lady. And she loves and she cares for her community, but she loves and cares for West Virginia. And so, as a great dear friend, I can never thank her enough. But the only thing is, you didn't have to say giant of a man. No, I'm just teasing. I am on a diet. I'm really trying hard, and this stool has got a little bounce in it now, But no, it's really good to be a giant of a man, because I surely could stand to lose a few pounds. I was at the osteopathic school just the other day, and they did a dedication of a building that's going to work as far as bringing better nutrition to the area, as well as doing things with the opioids and all that kind of stuff. And I was cutting the ribbon. I didn't feel in place to be cutting the ribbon at a facility of nutrition, but anyway, nevertheless, it all went really good. Let me tell you this. This is not that hard. I mean, when it really boils right down to it, if you were a business guy and not necessarily a politician, and not to slight any of our great public servants, but if you were a business guy and you looked at West Virginia, I mean, you would have to say, well, here's this place that abounds in opportunity beyond belief. Well, what are we doing wrong? I mean, what are we missing? What are we messing up? And so, just to tell it like it is, I was told 10,000 million times that there's no way on earth that you're going to pass in an election, this jobs to prosperity or roads to prosperity deal. There's no way. There's no way. And I just kept going and going and going and going, and everywhere I went, you would run into a little thread of opposition, but everywhere you went, you could see in the eyes of the people just what I can see in the eyes of kids right today. And you're just going to have to bear with me because I'm going to deviate here and there. I think it was yesterday or the day before, I can't recall, but I was at Athens Elementary. Now just imagine this. And this will tie back to the roads to prosperity thing in just a second. But as I was sitting there, I was sitting on the front steps because they were getting all the kids into the gymnasium. And when I was sitting on the front steps of the school, here's a school, that it's done pretty good on this balanced scoreboard deal and all this kind of stuff. But we all know that we've got issues and we've got lots and lots more to do, and we can get better and better and better. But I'm sitting with about 15 kids, and these are 5th graders and 4th graders. And I say to them, well, what do y'all, at some point in time you're going to get older and bigger and wiser and everything. What do you want to do when you grow up in your life, and what do you want to do? Have any of you thought about what you want to do? And there was a kid right in front of me, and he said, I want to be an NFL player. And I expected comments like that, And then all of a sudden, the little girl over to my right said, I want to be an actress. And then there was two little girls down in front of me, and they said, we want to be nurses. And then the little girl over to my far right said, I want to start a sanctuary for cats. And then, the little girl behind me says, I want to be a veterinarian. And then the little kid over to my left hand says, I want to be on TV. I want to have my own hunting show. Now you see, if you're me and you look in the eyes of these kids, you see goodness happening. You don't see bad stuff. You see goodness happening. Now, we got lots and lots of good to do. But the same guy was going and looking in your eyes on the Roads to Prosperity program. A dream, basically a dream that was 5 times bigger than anything we'd ever done before. And all of a sudden, the votes started coming in, and I was sitting in the mansion, and the votes were just coming and coming and coming, and we were just blowing it away. Actually, the Senate President, Mitch Carmichael, was sitting there and he was watching, and he said, I've never sat and enjoyed an election like I'm enjoying this, because this is unbelievable. 73% of the vote. And then we started. And then all of a sudden, things really started happening. We started changing the way people on the outside look at us. Then all of a sudden, goodness started to compound. All of a sudden we started having surpluses beyond belief, and here they're coming, boom, 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 boom. And then we're able to do lots and lots and lots of different stuff. Now, we still got a long, long ways to go. But one of those ways of just blowing it right out of the park was tourism. We happened to just luck up and get a young lady in Chelsea that stuck on beyond belief, and a lady that was willing to listen and everything. Now, and I'm not patting myself on the back in any way, shape, form, or fashion, because Chelsea would tell you, I am so involved in every single footstep that she makes as far as the tourism stuff, but she is such an incredible, she runs at 1,000 miles an hour all the time. So all of a sudden, the tourism numbers are just astronomical. Again, it's not that hard. All we had to do was believe in ourselves and then get after it. Now, I really think we've got senators here and delegates, and we've got lots and lots of great people, I'm sure county commissioners and mayors and on and on and on. People that have stepped up to the plate and helped. And I really thank you for all that y'all are doing too, in every way. Now, let's just say this. Let's just make it so simple. I've said it 1,000,000 times. Y'all are probably sick of hearing this, but you're not much of a frog if you're not proud of your own pond. Being proud of your own pond, we had to invest dollars to convince people to come to how great this place was. Every dollar we invest, we either get 6 or 14 times back, just like that. Why in the world don't we just keep investing and keep investing and keep investing? And lo and behold, look what's happened right here. And then in a Roads to Prosperity thing, we had to just get after it. You had to have a business guy that would believe that really and truly you could bond stuff and you could get it done, and there's interest rates are low. Get yourself out there, take the extra monies and everything, pour them into your secondary roads, and still do your Roads to Prosperity stuff like we're talking about right here. So, at the end of the day, I could never congratulate, the people, the leaders of our highway department, and that's Bird White and Jimmy Riston and all those that are working. And look right out there. Just a little while ago, I was at a ceremony, and what was being done was an unveiling of a license plate that was in honor of the Fraternal Order of Police and everything. It was in honor of the service of all of our policemen in every way, shape, form, or fashion, all the great stuff that they've done. At the same time that I was there, We were all aware of 2 deputies that were shot just a couple of days ago. We were there with families sitting around all around us that had lost loved ones that were serving. And now we're looking out here at those that have been lost, on the jobs. I'm telling you, it's not that hard. We need to support all of our police services in every way, shape, form, or fashion with our respect, with our dollars, with our love. We need to support all these people that are out there on the roads. Can you imagine? I mean, you've been by them. You've driven by them at 70 miles an hour, and you're as close as I am to that flag of a guy that's standing there trying to fix some crack in the road. What happens if we just deviate just a little bit and you happen to hit him? What happens if he falls on one of the bridges? These people are doing amazing work, and there's so much goodness going on, it's unbelievable. But the last thing I would tell you is just this. We are only on the launch pad. We have crawled out of a hole beyond belief, and we're on the launch pad. And now we need to really go. There's so many opportunities. I can't be any more proud. I didn't know what a roundabout was either, Mayor, no way. I didn't know. But honest to goodness, I know that forever counties have said, we don't even have a stoplight. We don't want a stoplight. What we don't want to do is stop. We want to keep going. Now, and at the end of the day, we've got something here that's going to alleviate all kinds of traffic. You mentioned the new schools that are happening. I mean, for crying out loud, it's happening. It's happening right here. And you know what? We're not going to quit. We're not going to quit until we touch and flip every stone. Now, the last of my last is just this. We're about ready to go out again with another bond release. With the interest rates where we are, and I think about this, in the first go-round, we came up with a premium of about $100 million. Well, what we did was we spilled those over into secondary roads for the most part, an awful lot, and we're getting ready to do the same thing again right now. The only other thing I would say is on the downside is just this. The numbers, the budget projections, and the numbers are tight, and we got to watch. A good business guy is afraid all the time. I am afraid all the time. Now, the Charleston Gazette, as crazy as they may want to be, they may want to criticize us celebrating the good numbers. Have we lost our minds? I mean, should we not be happy when the numbers are good? Well, of course we should. And I'm not ashamed of that in any way, shape, form, or fashion. I mean, we have been beat down too long. Too blooming long. So celebrate the good days. But always be aware and always be on guard and everything, and know that you've got a business guy that's watching the store all the time. And he's always worried. He's always worried. He's happy for the good times, but he's worried. He's going to make sure the boat's still running. So anyway, I'd leave you with that and tell you that mayor and senators and delegates and great friends and commissioners and all you people that are so sincere about your love for this state and our great highway people and all those that we've lost. God bless all of you. Thank you for having me. I don't know what else I'm supposed to do. This is John. I've met him before. John's got no hair. I see that.